Did you know the movie The Shining got its name?
Not interested in making that a show for America.
Israel that's been walking around lately. Look,
transforming a football field into a Puerto.
Sports have always been fake news, but let's really get into it. Robert Kraft, owner of the Patriots. Quick background info. Kraft buys the Pats in 94. This purchase was a hostile takeover. The Patriots get to the Super Bowl in 97, yet the coach is fired. He then hires Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll always had integrity issues. But somehow managed to land a job at the Seahawks despite all the scandal. The tuck rule was invented for Tom Brady to get into his first Super Bowl, and the league held on to that lie for 12 years. So you get the tuck rule Super Bowl, and then they miss the playoffs. Because John Gruden, he had to be given his ring that was stolen during the tuck rule year. Absurd. This is all crazy. Then we get this Super Bowl. The kicker basically gives the game away. But wait, Kraft is the co-chairman of the NFL Finance Committee. He used that position to help create the Houston Texans. He overpowered a 12-0 vote, and then that Super Bowl was played in Houston Stadium. Then we get the Spygate files that go back to 2000. Josh McDaniels got caught cheating with the Pats, then went to the Broncos and got caught for the same thing, and now he's back. The next Super Bowl falls under the Spygate umbrella as well. Then we get the Giants Super Bowls. Look at this game. This game kept them perfect to push them into the Super Bowl for the gambling heist. Yeah, this is the Patriot Act. So they were not going to let a team called the Jets win a Super Bowl. So they had to give it to the Giants at least. We also got Deflategate. Who knows how long that was going on. And the next Super Bowl is against none other than Pete Carroll. Look at the date of Marshawn's post here. Then we get one of the most rigged games of all time. This was disgusting. All Atlanta had to do was take a knee and kick the field goal and the game was over. But instead they go into overtime tied 28-28, which blew the over-under bets. But this was the end of an era. They were looting as much as they could in that gambling paradigm. Then the Pats give that Super Bowl they stole earlier back to the Eagles. And the Rams shouldn't even have been in the next one. Just like the Chiefs got pushed in for their three-peat upset last year. There are no sports without gambling. That is why sports are part of the government. They're part of organized crime. Degeneracy is widespread. And they're coming for Texas. That's why the Adelsons bought the Mavericks. They are holding the state hostage to force it to legalize gambling. Pretty sure they'll get their way for the next gambling paradigm. The league argued that it is a single entity, not 32 teams. You're only guaranteed a game, not fair play. The NFL is an entertainment company and Robert Kraft is the chairman of the media committee. They need gamblers and theatrically intense games. They need the advertisement money. Geico is the main advertiser, and Geico stands for Government Employees Insurance Company. Sports are a government op. Even when they lose, they win. Sports are predetermined. It's coded. It's gematria. All a show. Entertainment. 2 years in a row of Drake losing. Even that was fake. Sports are mostly rigged by the refs, but also compromised players. The mob is an extension of the government.
Yo, that was a lot to take in, but I'm kind of vibing with everything he said. I'm like, yo, 100%. What I've learned is the house always wins, and we're the suckers that are getting distracted with these things such as sports and other entertainment, but we're still here. We're still doing the goon things, and we got to figure out how we win. Hey, have you figured it out? Well, welcome back. You're watching Explore the Weird. This is probably part of the path on how we win. We got to just figure it out. Maybe it starts with like interacting, and then boom, you've unlocked the code. The Da Vinci Code. Never mind. More creepy, weird, strange for you page content. Let's get right into it.
Tedi ganja crew, triple cheese. Hey. Woo. Yeah, let's go to the mountain. Yeah.
In what might be the ultimate plot twist, maybe I like Jordan Hudson? I know, it's crazy because I think she is a lunatic succubus who is taking advantage of an elderly man and spending all of his money, and the whole world is just letting her get away with this con. But her latest move has me thinking that she's a down. So this is Jordan and Bill at the UNC Duke basketball game this weekend. The important part is right here. Take a look at Jordan's t-shirt. She's rocking an Orchids of Asia Day Spa t-shirt. And if you know your football or jerk-off lore, the Orchids of Asia Day Spa is the massage parlor where Bob Kraft got caught getting happy ending. So you got Jordan Hudson out here trolling Bob Kraft with a t-shirt sporting the logo of the place where he got accused of like trafficking and sexual deviant behavior getting jerked off by old Asian ladies. Now, this comes right after Bill Belichick doesn't get into the Hall of Fame, and now the Patriots are back in the Super Bowl, and Jordan's out here just being like, you know what? F Bob Kraft, f New England, I'm going to ride for my man. I kind of like it. I mean, it's a down-ass move. It doesn't make any sense, really. Kraft and Belichick have had a rift for a long time. I don't think there's anything that occurred recently that would spark a move such as this, but f it. You don't need a reason. You know, it's like, oh, you don't like my man? Then I don't like you, and I will go to extreme lengths to try to embarrass you publicly. Because that's the other element here. An Orchids of Asia Day Spa t-shirt is not something you can pick up on Amazon, okay? You're not getting one day delivered to your house with this t-shirt. Matter of fact, this is probably the only Orchids of Asia Day Spa t-shirt in existence. You gotta get this thing custom made, submit your JPEG logo for them to screen print and mail it to you in like 14 to 28 weeks. Jordan Hudson has been planning this whole, hey, Bob Kraft, remember that time you got jerked off by old Asian ladies and the world accused you joke for a long time now. And she picks UNC Duke at Chapel Hill, all eyes on us as the moment to unveil this masterpiece. Don't get me wrong, I still think she's absolutely batshit crazy, and I'm tired of her. But this move, maybe these two crazy kids are going to make it after all. True romance right here.
I had to become a Freemason because you can't get involved in Satanism on the hardcore level without first being a Freemason. So that was my official shrine portrait, which they took as part of my initiation. I was ready to become involved in hardcore Satanism. What did that mean? Well, that meant I had to sell my soul to the devil. I had to sign my name on the contract in blood. I had to sign my name in the black book. You gotta understand something. The satanic doctrine here is that hell is not what we believe it is, or what the Bible teaches it is. The satanic doctrine is that hell is this incredible party. It's like a nonstop, all-eternity orgy. So you're smoking dope, you're fornicating your brains out, you're listening to rock and roll through all eternity. And it's party hardy time. Before I could get onto the priesthood of Satanism, excuse me, I had to get 7 people to sell our souls to the devil. The other thing I had to do, and this might astonish some of you, is I had to become a Catholic priest. I had to go back to my original vocation, because you cannot be a satanic priest unless, first of all, you're a Catholic priest. And if that surprises you, I just suggest that you go and you read some of the medieval literature. You'll see that that is, in fact, the case.
What is happening here? Who is this guy? Is he still, like, pretending to be a priest? Like, I have many more questions. Oh, God. Imagine all the priests now that are also pretending. Oh, no. Wait, what? All right. Good to know. I guess we'll never know, in fact, what happened with this guy, but somehow the Freemasons are involved. Have you figured it all out? Oh, boy. Don't worry. I'll spell it for you. This was hilarious. I had no idea about this Jordan lady doing this thing. Definitely tells you that revenge is sweet when you have to go to this length in order to deliver the message to the recipient. Wow, cool. Hey, we did get tested, and you know what? We've been tested before. And, when they tested us the last time and they were like, we're going to increase the tea prices, that was enough to make a revolution happen. But, now they released the files. We openly know who the people are, and they're still flaunting them in our face every day, even during the Super Bowl. And we're just blatantly just letting it happen. Nope, no revolution starting here. I feel like this thing is definitely accurate. Sad, but accurate. What does it mean? We just accept that we're just the sheep and like we're just being led to our...
Is this a portal or something else entirely?
It's just in the middle of some like loading dock or something. I don't think this is AI, because most AI videos are like 10 seconds long. And it's even casting a shadow. Y'all let me know what y'all think it is in the comments. Stay weird.
Transforming a football field into a Puerto Rican landscape, launching nearly 10,000 pyrotechnics, and blessing a couple's union, here's how Bad Bunny's incredible Super Bowl halftime show came to life. Each time in its nearly 60-year history, putting on the Super Bowl halftime show gets harder. While last year's Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar had to grapple with bringing a gutted GNX onto a stage on sensitive turf, this year's hurdles related to recreating Bad Bunny's home of Puerto Rico at Levi Stadium's real grass field in under 8 minutes. The NFL's guidelines for this year wouldn't allow more than 25 carts to transfer equipment onto the field, as they tear up the grass. To solve the problem, Bruce and Shelley Rogers, the legendary producers behind the halftime show for nearly 2 decades, came up with an idea, getting nearly 380 people to become sugarcane and other plants instead. Under their plan, the sets would be safely rolled out on 25 carts, equipped with turf tires. Meanwhile, palm trees and telephone poles would be rolled out in a similar way to how the streetlights were placed for Lamar's street scene from the previous Super Bowl. The team only had a few weeks to fabricate, source set pieces, and balance authenticity with logistical realities, Bruce Rogers told Wired. It was very dramatic and intense, but in the end, Bad Bunny did get to dance around the set he wanted, the casita, the vintage truck, and the Vega Baja feel, even if the plants were alive in a way he might not have imagined. Sunday's fiery arsenal was the biggest of any Super Bowl halftime show in the last 20 or more years. Bad Bunny's set required 9,852 theatrical pyrotechnics, like color, smoke, and fireworks. This includes the finale's massive Puerto Rican flags, which lit up the sky as the performers left the field. Oh, and about that wedding scene, it was a real couple. Bad Bunny has gotten hundreds of wedding invites from fans over the years, and he wanted to celebrate at least one couple's nuptials, Bruce Rogers says. Bad Bunny's performance comes at a markedly fraught time for America and American sports. The artist, who took home 3 trophies at the Grammys, has not performed in the U.S. as part of his current world tour over fears of ICE raids happening at his concert. But despite the opposition, Bad Bunny's show ended with a message of unity, scoring a touchdown and waving flags from all over the Americas. Shelley Rogers explains the performance as a way of saying, we're all the same, and we're all on this journey together.
Yeah, I kind of like that message. We are all the same, and we are on this journey and this timeline together. It's always going to be just us, so let's all get along and do all the things. Oh boy. I feel like Bad Bunny's message is still living with me today. Yup. Dakiti, Titi me pregunto, are you learning all the songs just like me? Oh, no, you're just doing the things. All right, cool. Good to know that they did this much effort in the Super Bowl. I don't watch the sports. I just watch the Super Bowl. And when I do watch the Super Bowl, I don't even watch the football. I just watch the ads. Anyone else? Do you watch the halftime show too? Okay, yeah. Ads and halftime show. That's me. You too? Okay, cool. We vibing. And even if you watch the sports, like, just explain it to me. And I think, sorry. Hey, love to see Jesus. Hey, was this a student or something? I'm now like trying to get my powers into the psychic field. Like, if I can just leverage this, figure out this technique, oh my God, I'd be so happy. Could be AI, but I'm going like, hey, maybe it's just one of those ball lightning things, It could be. You don't know. Just because it's making straight lines and stuff, like, or it's AI. Could be AI. Hey, is today Wednesday? Are you gonna go above and beyond? Come on now, look at all the content I'm giving you. Look at these videos. Are you enjoying them? You're not enjoying them? What are you doing? You don't like it here anymore? Come on. We're trying to wake up some goons, and we can only do that if we have everybody together. So hey, even if it's not your birthday, even if today's not your greatest day, can you do the thing and make someone else's day? Can you do the interactions? Can you go above and beyond and make it a hype as well? Hey, if you're on an Android or iOS device, you have the YouTube app downloaded, you can literally find this video on YouTube, and they say somewhere in the buttons down below, next to the share, next to the thanks, there is a hype button. You can press that hype button 3 times a week. Hey, if you haven't used your hypes, can you use them on this video? Appreciate you. Love you. Let's go above and beyond.
The country singer version of Erica Kirk got paid to push propaganda. Great. It's weird how Christian country people's favorite artists were used to manipulate them, making them think that they're under attack.
See my dog, wear my boots. I turned the TV on, sitting watching even news. He told if I tell my own daughter, the boys ain't girls. This cancer world, it ain't easy in this country now.
God, it's so hard being country in this country when you are the majority and the one in the most control. It's crazy. Yeah, and he just had to attack gender in his lyrics. They really don't like when people experiment with that. Is that why they did this over his performance? Yeah, and Kid Rock, one of the performers, said we're approaching the show like David and Goliath. So they're putting Bad Bunny as Goliath, the bad guy, automatically, and then relating this to Christianity again as a manipulation tactic for Christian country people to make them think again they're going up against the devil. He just kept taking jabs at Bad Bunny before this, saying that, cool, we play great songs for folks who love America, as if Bad Bunny doesn't love America, as if he doesn't have an American passport, because does he know that Puerto Rico has American passports? Or look at him. Does he look like he knows anything? Hugging the guy that's all over the Epstein files. That's crazy. Well, I mean, she had Kid Rock on the show with lyrics like, young ladies, I like 'em underage. See, some say that's statutory, which it is. But I say it's mandatory because it's mandatory to like R-word underage girls. It's crazy. Why would Erica seen here with Netanyahu's son do something like this? Because they want American Christians to think they're under attack. They said things like this.
A flag up in flames while we all the same one my granddaddy fought for.
Evangelical Christian country people literally think the rest of the country is unpatriotic and going anti-American. So they're going extra hard in the opposite direction, not realizing that they're putting a huge wedge between the country so that we start fighting each other and that Bibi Netanyahu can take over. If we're just being honest, that's what's happening here. But why Bibi Netanyahu? I mean, like, what does he have to do with this? Because Bibi made an offer to Charlie that Erica couldn't refuse, if you remember. So now Christian country people are being led like sheep to slaughter willingly because they think that Israel is Jesus land and they're going to follow their savior wherever. But it's really just Netanyahu at the other end with the chopping block. They don't see it though because they have blindfolds on. And they're being manipulated with their favorite country artists at big shows like this that Bibi has paid for. Isn't that crazy?
Did you know the movie The Shining got its name from a legend about interdimensional aliens? A legend that points at the fact that we're really interdimensional aliens and angels with superpowers, and we're just remembering them now. I'll explain. So The Shining actually got its name from a Celtic myth about the Shining Ones. There were this group of people from the other world called the Tuatha De Danann. Haha, my name's Dana. And they had supernatural powers. Very similar was the Anunnaki, described as the Shining Ones or radiant beings, mediating between gods and humanity. So these Shining Ones are thought by most people who study mythology to be gods. And then when they decided to leave the earth and go back to their other world, some stayed here as fallen angels. When people look at these images, sometimes they almost seem like they're their higher selves. There's some type of recognition when they look at them. These are our family. They're our expanded selves. And the thing is, they're not separate from us, they're us. Think about it. There are all these myths about these mysterious beings coming here in Mr. Fog, arriving on clouds, and then eventually they leave. And in all these other mythologies, there's a splitting between heaven and earth. This is us forgetting our own divinity, forgetting that we have our higher selves within us, that we are multidimensional. And this myth shows that, and I will share why. It's not about gods leaving us. It's about us forgetting ourselves, our powers, our magic powers. It's even in the mythology of Bridge of the Magpies. These star-crossed lovers are separated. Magpies form a bridge across the Milky Way to unite them. One's on Earth and one is in the heaven. But the secret here is the bridge of the birds. And these birds represent electrons and plasma, but we'll talk about that another time. But plasma is actually, understanding what plasma is the key to connecting back with your multidimensional self. But we'll go to that. I read a book about that. But still. Okay, so why are we these fallen angels? God. These fallen angels were not good or evil, and they were highly skilled in magic. The name also stood for the three gods of Kraft. Basically, you could think about it that you have three parts to yourself, 3D, 4D, and 5D. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, mind, body, soul, the Trinity. That is all you. You are remembering your powers. You are remembering you have an energy field around you that is your wings. You are a co-creator of reality. You have magic powers, not in some weird, stupid, fantastical way. We're remembering what we forgot, that our emotions, that our stories literally co-create our reality, which is made of plasma, which is what I wrote a book about. We are the Shining Ones. We're remembering our multidimensionality. We can heal ourselves, that we can move between worlds with our consciousness, that we control our own abundance with our belief systems and how we are being and ourselves and our authenticity. We shape the land. We're the creators. How do you think everything got here? Remembering our energy fields. These mythologies are really talking about us. Gods we forgot, us. Your magic.
Have y'all seen this guy in Israel that's been walking around lately? Look right here. Who does that look like to you? I asked AI to take off the glasses and the beard, and look what it showed me. Isn't that interesting? But something else I noticed. Here's another picture of him. Now, what do y'all notice about these pictures, man? There's always these two dudes with him. But look, homeboy looks like he's about clean shaven there, right? Homeboy right here, no, they've got their beards. So it could be the same guys, it could not. But he's obviously some kind of important guy if this is actually a real thing. But I've got some more stuff to show y'all. Whenever Epstein, was unalived or whatever, that's him over there. And this is him right there. Look at those noses. I want y'all to look very, very, very closely at those noses. That one over there has got a big old hump. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like mine kind of does, but not really. This one right here does not. It's more of a whooshing. So, what's up with that? Anybody want to explain that one? Also, while I got y'all's attention, man, y'all remember the Captain America movie, right? Remember when he, after he had been froze, he jumps out and he's like, oh, no, what's going on? Look right here in Times Square. That's a Corona bottle, it looks like. And what is this over here that's got an arrow? Huh? And you mix the two together, and what do you have? Bloom, bloom. This was before 2020. This movie was too. So I don't want to hear anything about, oh man, no. This was before 2020. So how do you explain that? You know what I'm saying? In other news, this guy right here, man, he supposedly recreated the Charlie Kirk situation. As you can see how Charlie's necklace goes flying, and it never sat well with me. It didn't sit well with most people, because if he'd got hit right here, his shirt wouldn't have done like this. You see what I'm wearing right here? He was wearing one right there, a microphone. But it's wild, man. But what do y'all think about all this, man? Y'all let me know.
Oh my God, someone actually recreated the thing, and now we can actually get the proof that we all wanted. But it's like we always openly kind of knew that what they were trying to say isn't in fact what happened. And now it's like, wait, if we all know it's not true, then why do we need to recreate it to validate it when we all know, right? We all know it was all sorry, and just like that, even the Epstein thing. And then it's like, hey, now they're just slapping us in the face, and we're just gonna let them do it because we're spineless. It's basically what their generations are going to be. So when we build that revolution, that rebellion, it may be generationally in the future. It may not happen in our timeline, but I'm gonna make sure everyone's set up. Sorry! Whoa! Glad to see Dana again. Oh, man. Oh, I thought she was gonna go into another plasma hole, but luckily she just told us the things. Great to know. Hey, you're in charge of your own timeline. You do all the things. Let your wings fly. And if you don't got wings, I think Buffalo Wild Wings got some, so maybe head on over there. They make you fly. Oh, no, is that Red Bull? Someone's got your wings. Let's go find them. Man, the algorithm be wilded. Hey, the propaganda is real. All the sides are in cahoots with each other. All the sides are in cahoots with each other. All the sides are in cahoots with each other. How many times? Oh, I'm this side. I'm this. No one cares. No one cares. You're literally letting people slap you in the face. They've literally released the... Sorry. Well, here I am trying to tell you, what are we gonna do? This is not the change. This is not the solution. How do we get the solution? These are now the right questions. Welcome. Having fun? Are you letting me spiral for you, and you just watch me go into my... Go into my impending doom. Just spiraling out. Still spiraling. We're gonna keep it going.
Hey!
Did you guys hear that the Super Bowl commercial came out for Disclosure Day, a movie about disclosing aliens to the public? You probably didn't hear about it because you weren't watching the Super Bowl because you're not a sleeping sheep and you're not watching Bread and Circuses. But dude, they had a commercial for Disclosure Day about aliens. Now, as a normal person, before maybe the last few years, you might have thought, of course there's aliens. We can't be alone in this vast universe. And that is logical. I mean, you would think that. If you believe that we are on a spinning ball hurtling through space with billions of planets floating around out there. But when you know the truth about the realm we're on, then you start to wonder, what exactly would these aliens be? Well, they'd be extraterrestrial. terrain, other lands outside of the ice wall. When you realize that, then the rest of this stuff starts to be very strange. They're going to say aliens came in through what? The firmament? The impenetrable firmament? I don't think so. So we're talking other lands, other realms. There definitely is other creatures out here. Guaranteed. There's different animals, different species, different plants we've never seen before. And we know the Mayans are living somewhere out here. You know that they took off. They left the inner realm here. They are on another continent. They did not die off. Look at, ask any elder Mayan person. They might think they went to space. They did go up. They did have flying technology and whatnot. Remember the carved into stone, the like spaceship, the Kraft, the aircraft that was carved into stone in the Mayan pyramids. Well, they went somewhere. They left, actually. But the thing that's crazy is they're going to try to spin this as aliens are coming. We need to disclose to the public. We're tired of lying to the public. We're going to keep you guys in the loop with us. I don't think so. And they're going to use it to further some sort of agenda, which you need to keep your head on a swivel for. So when they announce it, and they say this summer, the movie's releasing in the summer, so we're probably going to see in 2026, official disclosure of aliens from space, which is going to reinforce the space theory. It's going to reinforce evolution, Darwinism, that we are from the Big Bang. It's all connected. So don't fall for it. Prepare for it. Know that it's coming. And don't be surprised. The creepy part about this movie, though, is that they have everyone. It's one of those movies where they film everyone in the streets, like looking at their phone at the same time. Like we all got an emergency alert because aliens are confirmed. Everyone's glued to their TVs, like freaked out, like, oh my gosh, aliens. So it's going to be a freaky movie. I wouldn't watch it. Maybe just a clip of it to see what they're trying to hide in plain sight. Because, you know, Hollywood. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about aliens and follow from.
The NFL is actually not interested in making that a show for America. The NFL is in the business mode of making it a global sport, putting more and more games, places off the shores of America, South America, Europe, whatever it may be. And I think Bad Bunny was part of that effort. I don't think they cared that America couldn't understand. I think they liked that there was, you know, how many different flags? A dozen flags, you know, on equal billing with the American flag. I think they were saying, this plays great with the world.
I think it's all the associations, all the sports. They're all in cahoots. They're all part of the things. They know. It's all scripted. It's all fake entertainment. Come on now. You needed Bad Bunny to like do a halftime show for you to figure that out. Get out of here. Could have been anybody. You would have figured that out. People just want to find a reason to hate, and it's like, hey, instead of hating on the music or like the artists, like why not hate on the people that are in the sorry, why does everything keep going back? I feel like they're trying to distract us and get us upset over other useless things that like no one really care about. And it's like, yo, I'm not saying, hey, I don't care about the effort that Bad Bunny's trying to portray or the effort TP USA is trying to portray. I'm not here to debate any of that. I'm just trying to say, like, these aren't the real issues that I want to lose people over. You know, the people have more important things that they can focus their energy on, and this guy just trying to like further that narrative. It just, I know it doesn't matter what side. Don't care about the sides. I'm just trying to get us continuing, growing, keeping us here. They're trying to replace all of us. Don't you understand? They're literally just eating us. Sorry. Everything's been sour ever since they released more of the Epstein files. Been spiraling a lot every day. Yes, the Mayans, they migrated. Yeah, I even went to Chichen Itza down in Mexico, and they were telling me like, oh yeah, the people, they just migrated. They're all still with us, just in like different areas, different generations, and some of them still practice the things. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like Chichen Itza, you told me they do like the heart sacrifices, and then he like, yeah, that tour turned real dark real fast. I'm like, now I wish I didn't know the things, but it's like, yo, are they really still doing the set? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm just realizing many things. I have no idea if this is in fact any truth to this, but I'm like, I can totally see this being like, yo, this is some voodoo stuff going on here, you know? Oh my God, you randomly wake up like, whoa, what happened? Oh, you know, cow on the roof, just normal day in Africa. It's also a normal day in India. Get over here. We don't even do anything to the cows. They're sacred to us, so we just let them do all the things. Half the time we have traffic jams for days because like no one wants to get out of their car to move the cow because like, what? You gonna become unholy trying to move? Sorry. Boy. And then you find out that India is the second biggest exporter of beef, and then you're like, what the heck? I thought that... Sorry, these aren't the things. Yeah, 100% good to know.
Apparently, there were people hidden inside the plans in Bad Bunny's halftime show, but there was also a lot of cultural references hidden in its stage design. Let's start with the first shot where we see Bad Bunny walking through a sugarcane field. Sugar was historically one of Puerto Rico's biggest exports. And then he walks past the cart selling piraguas, which are basically snow cones made out of shaved ice and syrup that are sold in almost every historic district in the island. Then we move on to the pink house, which is a prototypical example of Puerto Rican vernacular architecture, its most distinguishable feature being a wide porch that's great for people watching. Then Lady Gaga joins the party in a stage that's inspired by El Morro, which is a historic fort in Puerto Rico that's a popular spot for wedding photo shoots and some movie shoots as well. But his album is also an homage to Puerto Ricans living in New York, so we get a glimpse into a Brooklyn street corner that's filled with actual Puerto Rican owned businesses like Lalo's Barbershop, and Toñita's, which is a Caribbean social club that's owned by a Puerto Rican lady called Toñita who has been running it for decades. But apart from Sugarcane and Bad Bunny, Ricky Martin is one of our biggest exports, and he's sitting in the famous monoblock chair, which is the go-to lawn chair in every Puerto Rican household. The power lines are a reference to the power outages that have become an everyday thing in the island ever since Hurricane Maria decimated its infrastructure.
Oh, do I got some videos coming for you guys. I didn't think I was gonna touch this one, but I just read for myself in the Epstein files that the Joe Biden that we just had for 4 years was not the real Joe Biden, that the real Joe Biden was executed by a firing squad a long time ago, like in 2019. Are you guys reading any of these emails that are coming out? Because I really tried to stay away from it, but when that one came across, I said that. And people told me that I was crazy and like literally tried to put the tinfoil hat on me. I'm gonna pause today. I'm gonna have some coffee, and I really need to just let this one sit for a minute, because we live in a world where all of the shit that we knew that we've been telling you is all coming out. And no one's going to believe it still because we're that fucking stupid.
You know, this is the fear. This is literally the fear. We're distracted over one thing, but it's like, hey, are there bigger things happening that we really need to make our focus turn to? You know, it's like, hey, we haven't solved anything. Oh God, this guy's gone, or Ghislaine's somewhere else. Like, this stuff is still happening. You know, where's the solution? Great, the files are out. Everyone's riled up over it, but what's the solution? Oh man, this just upsets me even more. Just like, it's like, oh yeah, you think that's bad, look at this. It's like, no, it's not about look at this. It's about how do we stop this? What's the solution? Uncovering it is not enough, because people aren't being put away. People are getting each other off. They're pardoning each other. It just keeps happening. If it's not you, it's the next president. Someone's gonna pardon. Sorry, this is not the thing. I'm just sad. My algorithm is now like Super Bowl and Epstein files. It's that, or hey, glad to see a little bit of change. But then I'm like, wait, we also learned this from the Epstein files too, which is like, hey, is Joe Biden wearing a mask like some points? And I'm like, no, he may not be wearing a mask, but 100% he could be playing a role. He could be puppeteered. He could be replaced by a clone. He could be many other things. Oh my God. Man, mask also makes sense. I hear he has movements like Jim Carrey. Never mind. Dude, thank you for all these references. When I saw the power line thing, I thought it was like, is he making like a jab at like 5G towers? Sorry. Oh boy, there goes the algorithm. Cool. Cool. Big fan of sugarcane juice as well, so I'm like, hey, sugarcane is pretty good. I like sugarcane. Have you guys ever had sugarcane? Have you like it's fun. It's fun to eat. It's the juice is like even way better than like the actual plant. I feel like I just like fresh like, and like some of these places they do like they have a thing that spins that they drive. Sorry. Oh boy, imagine I ever get an opportunity like this. Where would I go? I go back to my hometown. What's my hometown? What, Rajahmundry, India? Where am I going? Oh boy, where am I going? Don't come after me. I'm gonna keep it going. We're gonna do 3 more. Oh boy.
Something I saw tends to make me think it's an illusion. What about the backside of it?
What do you think? Do you think there's some aliens there or beings there?
I think there's something illuminated back there.
What do you think is illuminated back there?
There's something I just can't say. I just think that the backside is nothing like the front side. If you find photos of it, if they're real, it doesn't look anything like the front side. And from what I've seen, there is something behind it, hidden back there.
And Tim seemed to think that it wasn't there by accident.
Exactly what he told me. It wasn't by accident.
Now less valuable than the data you produce. This is the new reality. Going dark is no longer an option. 6.4 billion connected devices now serve as collection points, mapping and recording our daily routines. But who else is listening? Big Brother no longer works alone. Thousands of little brothers monitor and aggregate your every move, building a complete digital profile of you to be bought, sold, or stolen in an instant.
Talking about the cats with the split pupils is that they don't have eyes like the big jungle cats. They have split pupils like a snake, but they also hiss like snakes. I mean, I guess there are certain cats, like I want to say like a bobcat and some of those things, they do hiss. I don't think a lion or a tiger hisses, do they? They have like a guttural growl.
Yeah, they don't really hiss. They're more like sound.
You just hit something on your sound bar, or you actually just make that noise yourself?
No, I made that noise.
Oh my gosh, that's frightening. You know what reminds me of?
Put that in. You had to cut that out.
No, I'm leaving that in. It reminds me of in Ghostbusters when Louis Tully was him and Sigourney Weaver are being possessed by those kind of demon dogs. Mm-hmm. And at one point, he's in Central Park and he's talking to one of these guys who have a horse and carriage. And he's talking to the horse. And he's like, hey, I'm the driver. You talk to me, not to him. He pulls the cart. And then Rick Moranis just looks right at him and he growled just like Brian did.
Vulcan Sildro, our Lord of the Sabulia. Are you the gatekeeper?
Hey, he pulls the wagon. I make the deals. You want to ride?
Just like that.
Just like Brian did.
Bro, that was such a throwback. I didn't even recall. I'm like, is that the same guy that did like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something? Oh man, that franchise was amazing. Gotta show Kyra all those movies. Oh boy. Have her relive all of the cartoons that I've ever seen instead of watching the stuff that they try to show the new generation. And I'm like, I'm not trying to raise never mind. That's not what this is about. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Cat's doing the things. But that guy's sound effects, like 100%. You probably need to get into like music effects or something, or sound effects. Man, your line is spot on. Imagine all the other animals you can do. I want to hear Bigfoot next. Sorry. Yeah, oh boy. Okay, learn nothing, but like glad to know. Some hiss, some don't. Doesn't matter about the pupils. Okay, buddy, the one government. Okay, yeah. I feel like it's out the door now at this point, because like, what are you gonna do? Stop it all? You know they're gonna silence you. You can't stop it all. It's gotta be. You have to figure out the right way in order. Sorry, here I am trying to plan out an entire nah, we ain't doing this. And like, did it really take you that like someone else to tell you like, hey, there's something going on? You couldn't figure out like maybe there's something else in the backside of the moon, and that's why like we never see the backside of the moon, and every single image that we've ever shown of the moon is literally just the side that we always see. And then if it is that side, then there's like, hey, what are those spots that are being cast on it? If it is a reflection and these lands do match up to a world map, what are all these other lands around it? Oh boy, the spells do get real. But like, hey, cool, guess this guy's figuring it out because someone else woke him up. And I kind of get it. Sometimes all it takes is the right question to start questioning things, and boom, then you find yourself watching one of these videos and you're like, okay, now I'm a goon. Yes, you are. Hey, guess what? You made it to the end. How'd you do? Hey, Completely fine. That's why you let me do the spiraling. You just keep doing the watching, right? Right? Because listen, there should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them to continue that goon fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.